there's a spectrum of relationships that we've had modeled for us in relationship to technology. Okay. When it came to adding technology to enhance a human, it's been represented to us both positive and negative. For example, the Bionic Man, that was shown in extremely positive light, where he was made faster, stronger, he had supervision, he had all these superpowers because of the bionic appendages and abilities that were added to his biosuit, right? And then you have and that was an individual with a mission, right? That character, the Bionic Man, he had a mission in his in his purpose to help humanity, to help humans, to be a force for good, right? So his bionic qualities were in service of humanity, right? And then we'll go to the opposite end of the spectrum and talk about the Borg. Now, the Borg were also fitted with technology, but the technology fitted to them was all about optimization for them to fulfill the purpose that was given to them by the larger hive mind. So, so when you were assimilated into the Borg, it didn't matter what your skills or talents was. They outfitted you with the exact tools you needed to serve the purpose that the hive deemed necessary. So yes, you had all these healing abilities, had all the, almost like superpower, superhuman strength and all this stuff, but it was all about serving the collective from which you were assimilated by, right? So totally different spirit in that level of cyborg. Okay, and then we can also use the example. You can also use the example of with the robots too. So the robots, as such as the Terminator robots, it was all about assassination, war, killing, control, squashing out humans, blah, 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 blah. That whole narrative, which I love those movies. I remember when Terminator came out, I was a kid and we watched it on TV and I was like, this is the best movie ever. Even though it was terrifying, right? So, but I was completely enamored with this character that was a robot that could have been human. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by that idea, and that he had super analyzation capabilities and all this stuff, but zero empathy. And that was the part that really disturbed me about that whole thing. But at the same time, I was fascinated. So that character. And then you have this other character, Data, right? Data, who is, all of his computive abilities were and strength and speed and other capabilities were all dedicated to fulfilling his role as a crew member on the Enterprise, right? So in this case, all that stuff, when I say stuff, I'm talking about skill and capabilities and, and that kind of thing, was all dedicated towards the good. Okay, so I think you guys get the point. There are different ways to have a relationship to AI, to technical intelligence.